All right.
We're recording, Doc.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, buddy.
Happy New Year.
I see
You
you.
too, man.
What you been-
2025.
What you been up to since we did the last pod?
Oh, man. Christmas, New Year's.
Right on.
Got the little bug that's going around. Me and the
Oh,
wife
Yeah,
got
we got
sick.
you got the New Year's bug.
Got the New Year's. Well, it was like more Christmas, you know. But happy 2025. I've been sending these out for, man, as long as I can remember. If you want a 2025 calendar, hit me up, man. Arizona Highways kind of themed calendar.
My mom loves those, dude.
Yeah, they're great,
And
man.
she'll put that thing up, and she's like, "Where's the calendar?"
I have a client since 01, Kristen Browski, and I sold her a house in Gold Canyon a year or two ago, her and her husband Terry, and she goes, I save every calendar you have. So she must have 20, 25 or so
25 different
calendars, you know, just about, yeah.
Right on. So, do you mail those out, or do people have to come pick them up?
I mail them out, yeah. I mail them out. So if you want one, just you know how to get a hold of me, and I'll mail you one. Yeah,
Right
but
on.
I've
So we
mailed
got
out.
calendars coming out. We got Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's.
Made it through Christmas.
Yeah.
What did you and what was Wall family doing on New Year's Eve?
Man, we just kind of chilled. We made some arugula steak salad, one of my favorites.
I do eat arugula.
Really good. The boy had a fire out back. The boys came over before they went out.
Okay.
They live 5 houses down. We did a little fireball shot, and they sent them on their way.
Sent them on their way.
You know, the little dogs were freaking out from the fireworks. So
I know there was
deal with that.
There was a lot of fireworks in our neighborhood. I felt like there was literally a war going on out there. And it was started at like 8:30, 9:30. I feel like
it was hazy yesterday from all the smoke, they said. And they showed a video of the valley, and it was just fireworks everywhere. Where it used to just be one area, now it was like everywhere.
I think it was maybe 7-8 years ago. The kids came over, and we went to the movies on New Year's Eve. They were young. They didn't. So we went to the movies, and we get out of the movie like 12:30. There's nobody on the road, but like the smoke I was like kind of eerie because there was nobody on the road.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And there was just smoke everywhere. So I was like, whoa.
Yeah, fireworks are legal in Arizona, so it's pretty crazy, you know.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was good. But yeah, New Year's was pretty chill. I think I was in bed before midnight, woke up from fireworks. But what'd you guys do? How was your New Year's?
Jarena worked New Year's Eve kind of late, and so she wasn't feeling the greatest, so we just stayed home. Sorry to anybody that invited us over. We just weren't feeling up to it, so we just chilled out. And I made some steak.
There you go.
I made a couple steaks, and
Nice.
we grilled some asparagus and some potatoes.
Nice. Where do you get your steaks from?
We got them at Sprouts.
Sprouts. Okay. There's a good butcher shop on.
No, wait. This one was from Costco.
Costco. They got good meat, but there's a good butcher shop, Ocotillo and Arizona Avenue. By the Home Depot, right in there. Really, really good butcher shop. I know there's another one in Gilbert on Val Vista that I've heard is just as good.
I don't know that I've ever been to a butcher shop.
Yeah.
I've only been to the Carniceria. Is that the
Carniceria? Oh, there's a good one down the road here on Friday.
The pollo asado.
Oh, the carne and the pollo. Oh, you see.
Yeah, so those I've gone to. I haven't gone to a white butcher.
Yeah, yeah.
I usually go to the Mexican guy.
Yeah, it kind of reminds you of like a Midwestern meat store, but it's just like your grocery store butcher shop, but that's all it is.
From the roof?
In the back they are, you know what I mean? You can see them, but it's just all meat. It's usually a little better quality.
Is Polly and Rocky back there punching?
Polly's back, you know, hitting the bags, bloodying up the knuckles, yeah.
That was pretty good. Have you gotten like a Wagyu steak?
No, I've gotten usually like something to smoke, like a tri-tip or a brisket or just regular steaks, ribeyes, fillets, whatever. I've gotten chicken wings there. They've got it all. You know, they have some frozen stuff, but yeah.
I have seen your Dar's Barbie.
Dar's Barbie, yeah.
Is that where all the food comes from?
Oh, usually that's where it comes from. Yeah, that's my spot. It's close to my house. It's really good. Prices are pretty good too. You know, comparable to Costco.
Did you cook anything up for the old ASU game?
Oh, I didn't. We were going to do burgers, and we just what a game. Fuck. Whoops. There's the F word. But
that was the first one. Sun Devils got the cuss word.
Oh man, what a game. Good. What an emotional game. I mean, it was pretty boring game at first, you know, like they were kicking our ass, and I just felt like we were outmatched the first 3 quarters. They were so much bigger. Levitt had no time back there. They were bigger. Their guys are so big, and then all of a sudden, like that safety happens, and then that interception. And then, you know, Scattaboo just turned into Superman and throws a touchdown and catches that long pass. And,
cool.
we had a little luck. Their kicker missed those 2 field goals, which felt like we kept giving them chances to win the game, and we were kept staying in it. And then we went to overtime, and just wasn't enough. Everyone's talking about the targeting call today, and I love what the coach said. He goes, what, I got to be honest, I don't even know what targeting is. And I was like, I don't either. I kind of felt stupid. I think I know what it is, but I don't really know for sure.
The targeting thing is weird because, for one, it was targeting, but did they really want to win that way?
Yeah.
And it wasn't even a for sure win. They were only going to be at the 35 with
right.
And our kicker was not. I mean, we would need another 15 yards for our kicker.
Yeah.
And then who knows if he's going to make it.
Yeah, he's not.
And then the ball don't lie. They missed the kick anyway.
They did.
So we went to overtime. And
what a game, though. I mean, it was seeing Jake Plummer. I mean, it gives me chills right now. Jake on the sideline just pumping his fist. And I was like, man, because I think, you always hear everyone, if everyone sees a movie or a book or watches a game, everyone's watching, they're watching the same game. They're seeing a different game through their own eyes. So for me, it was a really emotional game because it brought back a lot of memories, and Jake's there. Mm-hmm. And I haven't seen, I've told my kids this, I'm like, I haven't seen a player as special as Scadaboo since Plummer in 30 years. I mean, yeah, ASU's had great players come through the program, obviously, but no one has as electrical and magic as that guy. He's special, man. You're seeing Terrell Owens and all these pros giving him shout outs on Twitter today. And it's just man, it's so cool.
Yeah,
he played his heart out, man. He's throwing up and he's just played. He left it all on the field.
For one, I don't buy that he said he was over water or a bad croissant. No, the dude had a concussion.
Yeah.
The one play where he's running and he's almost to the goal line, and I think it was number 16, and them hit heads on a run play.
Uh-huh.
And this number 16 on Texas was on the ground for a few minutes. They had to bring him out. I'm like, one of them is concussed.
Yeah.
And they're like, Scadaboo, then they go to commercials. Scadaboo's throwing up on the sidelines. I'm like, the dude's concussed.
Probably
he's blaming it on water from too much water or something.
I mean, he was playing his heart out.
No, he was playing.
I liked when he was on the goal line and he ran in for the touchdown. He was going in and he couldn't get it, and his lineman, number 77, just picked him up and just threw him in there, man. I was like, that was so good.
He looked for number 15. That guy was 350 pounds.
Yeah.
Has him wrapped up.
Yeah.
And then he just swims out of it somehow, does whatever Scadaboo does. And
what a game.
It was cool. And I got to watch it with Trent's friend Cade, who's a big-time Texas fan. So back up, I took Cade to the Cardinals game with Trent, and then we were stuck in traffic for an hour and a half.
Uh-huh.
And I just heard them complain and argue and basically verbally fight over ASU and Texas. And basically everything happened exactly like he said it would happen early.
Yeah.
And then it came back like we thought it would happen for the Sun Devils.
Yeah.
And
it was brutal early, man. I kept thinking it was over, I mean, it wasn't looking good for us. And all of a sudden we're back in it.
I gotta pull my old man card out, because on this one, on the way to Cade's house, I'm telling Trent, I was like, look, ASU has a chance, but it's gonna be. I called the Scadaboo pass. I go, Scadaboo's gonna have to throw for one.
Yeah.
And I said, we're gonna go for it on 4th down in some crazy spot.
Yeah.
And when he went for it on 4th down, even though we didn't get any points out of it, we missed the kick. But when we went for it on 4th down and did the fake punt from our own 10,
yeah,
that was some crazy
football. They had to take some risks, and they did.
It was cool.
It was good.
I feel like everyone's talking about ASU, even though Texas won. And it totally wouldn't surprise me if Texas goes on and beats them.
They're good, man.
If they go on and beat Ohio State next week, I think Ohio State.
They're good. Texas is good.
But
and they're
Texas,
big. They had us outmatched by 60 pounds on the line, they said.
60 pounds?
60 pounds. So every guy, 60 pounds on average, outmatched. I mean, that's Texas football. They're just bigger.
They were big. But it was a fun game.
Great game.
I had a good time. And it was funny. Cade was like, if you guys win, he was just going to open the door. We were just going to leave. We weren't going to say nothing. It was pretty cool. I enjoyed watching it with them. And I think it ended up probably like it should. I mean, all the penalties and all the stuff, Texas won, and
they're good. Hey, it is what it is.
I'm not upset about it. But 2 times this week, Cardinals were right there.
Oh yeah.
They were getting ready to score as an Arizona fan,
uh-huh.
and then lose. And then you're watching the Sun Devils come back, and you're right there, and you're that 4th and 13 play.
Yeah.
And you're like, at some point, the Cardinals had tough loss. The Devils were in a huge spot.
Yeah.
Don't make it. We've been close with the Suns in recent years. We've been close with the Devils this year. The Diamondbacks have been close.
God, it's Arizona sports.
Like we've all had these
close but no cigar.
Close but no years. And everybody's mad that it's Arizona sports. It's hard being a fan, but like think about how many years we didn't have any teams that were good, and like 3 of the 4 teams have been like right on
relevant,
the door, if not lately. In the finals, on the doorstep of the finals.
Yeah.
So like we have some stuff to be proud of. And
we do. We're building. We're building.
I declared January is
dry January.
Arizona sports fan. I'm giving up like my heart. Like I'm gonna watch just for fun. Because like I can't take anymore. Normally we would get a break.
Yeah.
The Diamondbacks wouldn't be good, or the Cardinals wouldn't be good, or they would just not have anything. The Cardinals still aren't really that good, but they would still hurting you.
Yeah.
But like the Suns are hot garbage.
They
right
are.
now.
They're tough to watch.
It's okay to take a month off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come back to caring about stuff probably the end of February.
There you go.
If the Suns make a trade, maybe they have a chance.
But D-backs made a big sign for the D-backs. That's good.
Dude, how crazy was that?
Yeah, that came out of nowhere too, man. That was good.
Corbin Burns.
Yeah, gotta love it.
Like I think he's probably the second most important free agent this year.
Yeah.
I think Soto was number 1.
Soto number 1, yeah.
And then Corbin, I think this pitcher is I didn't think the Diamondbacks had a chance. I didn't think they would pay the money.
It's crazy.
For the pitching.
Yeah.
Now we have 7 pitchers. They're going to be doing something else.
Yeah, I think they're going to trade one of them, but we'll see. Yeah.
I don't know which one to trade. Yeah. It's out of my scope of, I don't know the prospects and the middle baseball players like some people do. But if the Diamondbacks make a couple trades, they could be right there with the same level of team that they had to the finals.
We'll see. They got to stay healthy, right? I mean, but everybody does. Valley Vibes. We got the logo up top. Woo, up top there.
If you guys like what you're doing, please hit that little like button, subscribe, and share it, or
we're on Spotify too. Follow us there.
Make a comment. Just give a heart. Anything you can do to help us. We're trying to make this thing good for 2025 and try to help some of our friends and family and coworkers. Have a successful year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Wish you guys the best. What do we got going on this year? We got a boot camp that we're kicking off pretty soon here next Monday for agents of all kinds of agents. They don't have to be on the team or with the brokerage. And we're going to work on building a sales funnel through social media and other means as well, through your database, and kind of just do what we do and teach you how to do it. We're going to audit your social medias. We're going to get down and dirty, and it's going to be like, it's not a one size fits all. It's going to be a customized plan for each agent. So pretty stoked about that.
Yeah, I've been working on some notes. I bought a whiteboard.
There you go.
I bought one of the fancy ones that's flip.
All right.
So I'll have that.
Old school. I like it.
I like old school stuff. And if you're trying to wonder what I'm trying to do is you've seen that meme, Dar, where there's like a fish in like a little pond.
Yes. Yeah.
And the fish is going around in circles, and he knows he's stuck.
Yeah.
But he's
flapping around.
He's kind of flapping around. He goes about maybe 3 or 4 times, and then on the 3rd or 4th turn, he decides to make a jump for it.
He's right next to the ocean. He doesn't know.
He doesn't know it, but
he's right there. The big ocean's right there.
The big ocean is right there. He just needs to go maybe like 6 inches or so to get into the next side. Yeah. But he's got to pick which part of the circle to jump in.
Yeah.
Because if he jumps on the wrong side, he's going the wrong way. He's going into he's going inland.
Yeah.
So he makes the circle, he figures it out, and then he makes the little jump, and he's off a little bit.
Flaps into the ocean.
And he flops into the ocean, and then he's free. And it's all this stuff. So I feel like, long story short, at this boot camp, I'm trying to help you find when to make the little jump and what little thing could turn your small pond into the big pond.
Yeah, because sometimes you're close. You don't know. It's like the meme that you see the guy with the axe pick, and he's right next to the diamonds, and he turns around and leaves, and the other guy is still going. It's like sometimes you're really close and you just don't know it. So
yeah, you may come to the boot camp and maybe on your 7th week, and all of a sudden you find that one little thing.
Yeah.
And that could mean the difference in 5 or 6 transactions for you this next coming year. And that could be the difference in whether you have a vacation and have a good year or not.
Yeah.
And so I think the sooner we start getting people involved in real estate this year, and especially,
man, now's the time.
Now's the time. So get your funnels coming, bring it in, bring your energy.
Yeah, we're excited about it. So reach out.
I think we're going to do great. If not, me and you are going to have a good time.
We're going to have a good time. It's going to help our business and the people that have signed up. I know it's going to help theirs because I've done it before for agents on my team, and I know it's helped them. I know for a fact it works. So, yeah, hit us up if you're interested. We're excited about it. I wish we'd have started a month ago, but, I'm ready.
It's great. On I think it was Saturday and Sunday after Christmas, before New Year's. Normally that's a dead zone. It's like nothing's happening. I usually don't even have my phone even working really. And I had 4 calls on a Saturday, Sunday after Christmas. People are already starting
to get going.
They were like trying to get to, hey, I want to be on your, I need to talk to you next week. So I've got 2 appointments already. I've already got a contract from one of them. Like
those are good calls to get.
It's like, it's time to keep the momentum going, and don't wait. If you have a New Year's resolution to do something in real estate, give us a call. Maybe we have the answer.
Yeah, I would start planning now. Whether you're ready or not, reach out and let's get the game plan going and start planting the seed now.
And if you can't start next week, but you want to start, call. You can jump in anytime.
Yeah, exactly. What else we got going on? I've got this new luxury listing in Gilbert that some of you guys have seen. It's by Topgolf over there off of Greenfield and Ray, brand new home. So we're going to do a yoga and wellness event there on Saturday, the 18th of this month of January. Trina's going to teach some yoga and go over some wellness stuff. That's be good for everyone that's trying to, get their health and their fitness dialed in for the new year. It's always good. So that's going to be at 10 a.m., I believe, on Saturday the 18th. I'll be pushing more stuff out social media here pretty soon. But if you're interested in that, let me know and we'll save you a spot.
Yeah, no, Drina's excited for it. She's been she's been thinking about it, brainstorming. She already got music.
I know, it's like one of those things you talk about for a while, and then you finally executed it. And we're doing it, so I'm glad. Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be awesome. So, and you get to come see an awesome house.
Is there a time for that again? I'm sorry.
10 a.m. Yeah, 10 a.m. on Saturday, the 18th of January.
And is that when the yoga part's going to start?
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
I'll make sure she's ready.
She's ready. Yeah. So I'm assuming it's an hour. But yeah, it'll be good. Stop by. I'm sure we'll have some drinks and some, appetizers or snacks for you guys. But yeah, come check it out.
Yes, sir. With the listing, is there any pre-thing that they should do? Should they call you ahead of time?
Yeah, just get a hold of me and I'll save you a spot. I'm going to create a Facebook event, so I'll be pushing that out. Okay. I'll email blast it out and do all my stuff with all my magic. And but just let me know. We'll save you a spot.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Do you have any upcoming sporting events that you're going to soon?
Oh, what have we got going on? I don't think so. No. We got the Phoenix Open next month. We got spring training.
Do you ever go to Barrett Jackson?
Yeah, we went a couple years ago. That was fun. I went to an ASU hockey game last weekend. I went to Devil's Advocate on the last day they were open.
Oh, you guys went?
The old Maloney's with my kids. That's their spot.
Smell like beer?
It still smelled nasty in there. Bathroom was disgusting.
Sticky
floors. But we went there. We pregame there, and we went to the ASU hockey game. They were playing the U.S. National developmental team. So was 16, 17, 18-year-olds that are, future pros, and it was a close game. So really? ASU won, but yeah, that was fun to go watch those, and tickets were fairly inexpensive,
So do you feel like old Arizona Phoenix Coyote fans have just transitioned? I love hockey. I'm just gonna like the Devils.
Yeah,
is that?
It's funny when I used to go to the Coyotes games, I'd always run into hockey parents or kids, and I went to this ASU game and ran into Steve Gloyd, one of the first hockey dads I met with Caleb when he started playing, and then a family that Jackson played with that I hadn't seen in years and years and years, and they had the old Junior Sun Devils jersey on, and we saw them and we're talking to them. I guess their cousin or nephew was on the ASU team.
Okay.
So I always run into somebody at those games.
Are there any kids from the local side that play on the Devils?
Well, there's that one I mentioned just now. I'm sure there is. I know Doan's kid used to play on the team. He's obviously with the Coyotes now. I think he's in the Roadrunners currently, but I don't know. I'm sure there is, but I don't know off the top of my head. That'd be a good question.
It seemed like Caleb is the same age and Jackson is like the same age as these kids. I wondered if any of them played.
Yeah, they would know that better than me. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I've missed hockey, and it's weird now that it's gone. I don't even see it anywhere.
Yeah, it's kind of off the radar.
I don't see it anywhere except for the Devils. I think they showed the the Devils hockey thing during the football game.
Yeah, they got a good team. I think they're ranked like 19th, so they have a good team.
Really?
They're good. They're in a
Right.
league now with teams from Minnesota, North Dakota, Denver's in it. But yeah, the NHL, like they had the Winter Classic game at Wrigley Field New Year's Eve, and like nobody knew it was on. They do the worst job of marketing their product, and then all the sports. I mean, everyone knows who Otani is. The guy doesn't even speak English barely, right? And everyone knows who he is. Do you people don't even know who hockey players are?
Yeah,
they don't know who the best
couldn't
one.
name.
You probably couldn't name 5, right?
If I name them, I don't even know why I know who
Yeah,
they are.
yeah.
I watched some hockey highlight. He made the top 10, and he did like between his legs, behind the back,
Okay.
center, and the guy kicked. I'm like, that's my new favorite
Yeah,
hockey player.
yeah.
But I don't even know what team he plays on.
Yeah,
I
now
think
they're
his name was Tavares or something.
Oh yeah, yeah, okay,
He
yeah.
did-
Toronto, I believe he plays for.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he did like this behind. He went straight behind him, right through his legs.
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's kind of getting off my radar with the Coyotes gone because I don't watch as much of it, and I don't know I don't follow the local team anymore because we don't have one. So, but anyways, what else we got going on, man? We got.
I was gonna ask you so after the Cardinals last couple games, everybody calls me like, I hate Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Trent was in an Uber, he said, on New Year's Eve, and he calls me at like 1 a.m. And I'm like, oh God, what's he calling me for? And he's like, Dad, you're never gonna believe this. The Uber driver, basically was acting like he didn't know English, and then all of a sudden they start talking football, and he knows enough to say, Kyler Murray, no Super Bowl.
No Super Bowl.
Kyler Murray, no Super Bowl. So I was gonna ask you, what is your official take on? Are you over Kyler?
I am over
You're
him.
over
I mean, I was really rooting for him this year, and I was drinking the Kool-Aid. And he's shown us glimpses of brilliance, but it's been 6 years, and I felt like he's had enough time to show it to us, and he hasn't seen it. And we've passed on so many quarterbacks in the draft. Then you look at like Sam Darnold and these other guys that are reviving their careers elsewhere. It's like, I don't know. I think it's time. And he has weapons. He's got Marvin. He's got a Connor. He's got McBride. I mean, I know it's not all on him, but yeah, you're the quarterback. That's what you sign up for. So. Yeah, I know you. I think you feel differently.
I feel differently.
I mean, I want him to do good really bad, but it's just. I think it's time to move on. But they're paying him a lot of money, so
I think it's maybe time to. I think he's on his last dance, so I'm willing to let him.
1 more year.
I really see the hope that there's 1 more year. There's not a lot of good quarterbacks, and I think he's one of the handful that is good enough to lead a team. I think he's good enough to get to the NFC Championship. I think it would take a really lucky health for his offensive line, for him, for Connor, and like Marvin Harrison to actually catch a ball. He has to play perfect.
We still need a receiver too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He has to play perfect for us to win. Where you can see other quarterbacks make mistakes, and their defense will pick them up. Offensive line will help them out and get the running back going. And I mean, Matthew Stafford hasn't had to throw 200 yards, and they've won 3 games in a row.
Yeah.
So it's not just the quarterback;
it's the system and the players.
But that ball, when it hit his helmet, it just made me think of so many times that we've been right there. And I'm like, we're not going to win this game. And then I don't see it's not over. And then he throws it and it hits that guy in the helmet. Yeah. And I'm like, oh.
I quit watching the game. I couldn't take it anymore, man.
Yeah.
It was frustrating.
That was an interesting take. But I do think that there's some hope. And
we'll have a good draft pick. I think we'll have a top 15 draft pick.
We'll have a decent draft pick.
So that's good. But
everybody quit yelling at Kyler. How come you're not yelling at the owner for not spending $30 million? How come you're not yelling at the GM for not drafting Neighbors or drafting Brian Robinson Jr. and trading back? The 1 year he doesn't trade back, he could have got the best wide receiver at number 20.
Yeah.
And everybody wants to blame Kyler. He's playing with his practice squad running back. He had his 4th and 5th string tackles. He had a rookie 3rd string guard. The only player on the line that was the starter was the center. And you're wondering why the coordinator doesn't know what play to call. He doesn't even know these players.
Yeah.
And you're expecting Kyler to act like Jared Goff when Jared Goff has all-pro wide receiver, all-pro running back, all-pro left tackle, all-pro center. Like, those guys are all-pro first team, and you wonder why Goff is good all of a sudden.
Well, those teams are spending money too, like you said earlier. They're spending money.
They drafted right. There's 5 guys that are all pro that are playing still.
Yeah.
Our guys are on the bench or on IR.
Yeah.
So
Kyler was good up until the bye week, and then it just I don't know what happened. But
Connor got hurt. The tackles are gone.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of things that happened. We didn't have the depth to overcome because our owner didn't spend $30 million.
They need to draft a quarterback. You want to give Kyler one more year? Fine. But draft a quarterback. Quit coddling him. Put some pressure on him. Draft a quarterback. I mean, look at the Niners. Niners had, what was their quarterback's name? Trey Lance. Was it Trey Lance? They had Trey Lance, and they drafted Purdy with the last pick. Not thinking anything would ever happen with it, and look what happened. Like, draft a quarterback late. Take a chance on a guy.
We did that. His name is Clayton Tune.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah, well, draft a different one.
It's just for all you guys out there that don't like to hear the truth. They just want to hate something because they're mad. That means you're a fan and you like the team, and you're mad. You're
frustrated.
You're frustrated, and so it's easiest to point the finger.
The quarterback. That's the guy.
At the guy who's 5'8".
Yeah,
playing quarterback.
Yeah,
but there's a lot more to it.
Yeah, so you're the hero of the
zero. If you see Kyler out there, give him a hug.
I saw a cool deal on him this morning, actually, on the news, and he was running the track at Saguaro High School. This was like the top stories of 24. It was on Channel 10, and he's running the track, and then there's these construction workers working on the stands, and they're like, "Oh my God, it's Kyler Murray! It's Kyler Murray!"
And he's running the track.
And he's running the track, and he's throwing the balls, and he's working out.
Like right now?
No, this is earlier this year. It was like the top stories of 24. So I don't know what month it was, but anyways, then he yells at the construction workers. He's like, "Hey!" And he throws this guy the ball, and he's playing catch with these guys. And he goes over and talks to him, and he calls the guy's sister and FaceTimes him. And this construction worker had like a rough year, like he lost a child, and he was depressed. And it was like it made his made his day. Cool. I think it made his year or whatever. But it was a really cool story on him. So he's not a bad dude. You know what I mean?
No. And everybody he had some stuff early in his career where he didn't seem like a good teammate.
Right. I think that's
in the past. And he's been he's been better. The stuff that they wanted him to get better at, I see it.
Yeah, for sure.
But everybody just wants it to be because they win and lost.
Well, they get him another year, get him a better offensive line, get him another receiver, and get the defense.
Well, and maybe yell at the owner, and maybe tell him not to just waste $30 million of cap space.
Right. Yeah.
And then be mad. Like that's what I'm mad about as a season ticket holder and a fan.
I heard your tickets my buddy, my carpet cleaner, Sam, he's had season tickets since '92. Like you have, he said they raised his tickets for $1,000 for the season. I don't know if yours got raised, but
mine got raised like 25%. It wasn't 1,000, but it was a significant amount that will make people think. But I'm okay with it. But spend the money.
Spend the money, yeah.
And don't get so heated about Kyler. If you guys gave that heat to the owner, that actually might change something. Kyler is going to be here next year. Yeah. You can be mad all you want and not like him.
I think he is, yeah.
Like he's going to be here one more year. One more year. And then after that, there's money reasons to try to do things
something else. Yeah, they got to write out his contract.
I'm excited. We got one more game against the 49ers. I thought it was going to be worth something.
So you want us to win or lose? You want to lose?
Win.
Whenever I want us to lose, I have a hard time rooting against the Cardinals because I'm so used to rooting for them. I can't root against them. It's hard. Even if I want them to lose to get a better draft pick, I need to not watch the game because it's hard.
I don't want the 49ers to win. I don't want them to be in our house.
Yeah. You going to the game?
Yeah. I'll go. And I don't want Josh Dobbs because
Dobbs is starting. That's right. Purdy's starting. Yeah.
Instead of Purdy.
Yeah.
But I was hoping it was going to be Purdy, but
he got hurt. I saw that.
He got hurt a
little.
Yeah. But I don't think anybody's going to play. I think it's going to be a glorified.
They should. It's
going to be a glorified scrimmage. I think there's like 5 guys for the Cardinals got put on IR, and I would be very surprised if Debo and Kittle. And
that team's been banged up all year. They should rest those guys.
Yeah, those guys aren't going to play either. So, I think they had their last go, and now it's just going to be Josh Dobbs versus
second team Cardinals.
Second team. Well, I think the Cardinals are going to play everybody.
They are. Okay.
Harrison's going to play. Kyler's going to play. If you're a lineman, and it's the practice. McBride. It's just I think McBride's going to play, but it's the practice squad line. With the new center.
Gotcha.
And a 35-year-old right tackle probably playing his last game. I hope it's his last game.
All right. Cool.
That'd be fun. But so if you're tailgating for the 49ers game, come on out. We'll be out there.
Sunday, right?
Yeah, I think we're gonna have
Sunday.
a few people for 49ers fans. I think are coming.
Oh yeah. There'll be a lot of them here.
There'll be a few people out there.
Yep.
I don't know. It'll be a good time. The weather, if it stays like this.
Well, there's gonna be great. If you haven't been, check them out. C-Town Tailgate.
C-Town Tailgate.
On the Great Lawn. Yeah. What else we got, man? We want to talk 1031 exchange a little bit, or want to touch on that?
Yeah,
I know we talked about that. So a lot of people don't know what a 1031 is. I'm trying to think the best way to explain it. So just to keep it simple, if you have a property and I believe it has to be an investment property, and you sell it, you can transfer those funds to another similar property and pay no taxes or defer the taxes, right?
Well, yeah, you can.
It's called a 1031 tax deferred exchange.
Mm-hmm. And I did one recently. I thought it was pretty clever. So this customer had an investment property and it was pretty much paid off. And it was at that spot in the life of the property where I need a new roof, I need new flooring, I need new paint. It needed like $40,000 worth of stuff to make it, all the way back to its original self. Mm-hmm. And you're at that, it was like at that 25, 30 year mark where he's not going to be able to keep renting it out and get top dollar in the market for the rent while it was in the current condition.
Yeah.
So he had to make a decision.
Put some money into it.
Do I put a bunch of money into it or sell? Uh-huh. So he chose, you know what, I'm just going to list it. He painted it, cleaned it, sold it, and ended up making enough on that to buy a duplex.
Yeah.
So he took one property that he was going to have to put 30 to 35,000 into, and he turned it into a property where he's going to double the rent, not have to put any more money into it and fix it up. And he basically passed his old property off to somebody else who then is now going to have to deal with all of the dilemmas. So if you have a property that's 20 years old or longer or older, and you don't want to put the upkeep into it, you should call Darwin and maybe consider doing a 1031 exchange, find a better property in a better location with better rent and less upkeep.
Yeah, and there's companies that obviously help you with the real estate transaction, but there's 1031 companies you hire, runs through title company, through escrow that you hire, and they facilitate the 1031 for you.
Because if you do this the old-fashioned way, you sell it, right?
Pay taxes,
and then you pay whatever your tax rate is on the profit, mm-hmm. and then
capital gains.
You can do whatever you want with the cash. Yeah. But if you don't need the cash and you just want a better property, this is how you do it without involving the IRS.
Yeah, and there's different reasons. I had clients, they had sold, it was their mom's old house in Southern California, LA area, and they had kept it as a rental because she had passed. And the HOA dues were high in there. The property taxes, California, really high. They got tired of paying it, getting older, so they sold it. And they wanted to get a multifamily unit in the valley here. So sold it for like $1 million around, give or take. So we had a pretty good budget. We looked, there's a lot of them in Mesa, Tempe, around the college, kind of older part of Scottsdale, like South Scottsdale. There's some. We looked in Phoenix, like some pretty bad areas. And most of the time they're in like not the best areas, multifamily. There's some in Chandler here in downtown. We looked at a few here. And so we looked all around. We found a brand new one. It was in downtown Chandler behind Elmer's Tacos.
Oh, wow.
And it was a triplex. Each unit has a garage.
Oh, wow.
Single level, brand new. They bought this, the developer, they scraped a house and they built brand new.
A whole new thing, right?
Yeah, brand new, really nice on Colorado Street. So we bought it, and long story short, now I've got it up for rent for them, 3 units. Damn. So if you're looking for some rental units, there's 2 bedrooms, there's a 1 bedroom, but brand new, and downtown Chandler, it's obviously blowing up.
It's right behind Elmer's, so you get a lot of.
Right behind Elmer's.
You better get a gym membership. Yeah, because you're going to be eating chips and strips.
And strips, yeah.
And a little bean and cheese probably at least twice a week.
Yeah.
If you live behind Elmer's, how many times did you?
When I went to the property, not every time, but I was so close. It was dangerously close. I'd sneak in there, get a breakfast burrito, some chorizo, or a bean and cheese.
I would probably get a job just so I could get free food. If I lived that close, I would just, hey, can I clean the grease out or something?
Oh, I've been to Elmer's Tacos. Let me know. I'll meet you there anytime. We'll meet you there. It's a great place. Yes, good stuff. So yeah, that's the 1031. That's the gist of it. If you're in that situation or know somebody who is, but it's a good tool to have if you're in,
Yeah, maybe we
Investment
should go to
property.
Elmer's. Maybe that'd be our first remote.
I'm getting hungry just talking
I
about
know.
it.
I was like,
know?
I could use a burrito right now. And they still do Mexican food with Mountain Dew is.
Yes, Mountain Dew. Yeah,
I think they still do the Mountain Dew.
I think they did the Pepsi products there. Yep, Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew
Yeah.
and the bean and cheese.
Oh,
I think I'm coming.
heaven.
Free advertisement for Elmer's. Elmer, you owe me a taco.
What else we got, man? Everything else?
I think we might be calling it a day there, Doc.
All right.
I think that was a good one. I appreciate you, my friend.
You got it, man. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year
to
everybody.
all you guys. Make it a good one. We're going to keep doing this. So tune in, like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. And we'll catch you on the flip side.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Have a good day.